Lots of us have brain fog from time to time. It's often experienced when people are going through medical treatment like chemotherapy, as well as during and after pregnancy, the dreaded baby brain. But probably right now, or at least since the start of the pandemic, a lot of people are saying that they feel like their brains have turned to mush and they simply can't make decisions or get out of their jarmies. So what's happening? Well, there isn't a lot of research on brain fog, but the general consensus is that the causes of brain fog tend to be chronic illness, nutritional deficiencies, and the side effects of medication, along with stress and sleep deprivation. Acute stress particularly can lead to higher blood pressure, heart rates, and breathing rates because the neurochemicals adrenaline and cortisol rise, which puts you in a fight or flight mindset. And in short bursts, stress can boost performance and decision making, but long-term, unresolved chronic stress can take its toll. It's called allostatic load, and it's connected to the regulatory model of allostasis. In simple terms, what's happening is that the brain is constantly trying to regulate or manage and stabilize our body's response to all sorts of stimuli, including sensations like noise or light, but it's also trying to anticipate needs and prepare for any potential risks. And one of those elements of risk is the human need to reduce uncertainty. We just don't like uncertainty and we don't like surprises, so we're constantly working to reduce it. So what allostasis does is try to help us to reduce uncertainty by anticipating needs and planning how to fix it before it happens. But this process uses a huge amount of energy, and over time, if we're constantly asking the brain to regulate all this processing, we become exhausted and it becomes even harder to cope with and reduce uncertainty. Exhaustion begets exhaustion. And research has found that long-term stress can even lead to your brain rewiring, so that instead of your decision-making taking place in your thinking and planning brain, the prefrontal cortex, it starts to favour the amygdala, which is sometimes called the brain's emotion or fear centre. So what this means is that these changes might reduce your ability to concentrate, to think clearly, and control your emotions. So, what can you do about it? It's going to sound boring and simple, and I'm going to sound a bit like your dad, but reducing your structural and behavioural stresses seems to be the way to reduce and manage allostatic load. So, eating healthily, exercising, not smoking, going to bed at a sensible time, avoiding drinking too much alcohol, and getting medical help when needed are all going to be beneficial. There's also bigger and more structural and complex factors that need to be considered, like access to social and health services, support from your community, cleaner and safer environments, education, and maybe less anger and more decency.